Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sports Department Podcast. I'm Stephen Clark with Justin Valentovic and Jesse Norman, and we are here to predict, preview, whatever the hell you want to call it now, Hell in a Cell 2021. A match got scratched from the main card that was on Friday Night Smackdown this week, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And a debut and return happened during the week as well. So we have a little bit of stuff to break down, some predictions to get through. But before we get to all that stuff, fellas, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. Moved a bunch of crap today. Cut the lawn, so I'm very tired. But I went swimming, so I got paid also. So that was fun, productive day. But Hell in a Cell's on Sunday, so that's cool. And yeah.
Jesse, how you doing?
Wait, you give me the rap sign already?
I said whoop-de-doo.
Oh, I thought you were giving me rap already. So, no, we just started.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode of
That's all we cared about was Justin's day.
Jesse, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. 2 Game 7s. Yeah. Looking forward to. So potentially, we don't even know about the Jazz Clippers as the time we're recording this. So could potentially be 3 Game 7s.
Yeah.
Yes. So lots to look forward to in the basketball world.
Yes, there is. It's nice to have you back for the episodes. We missed you last week, and you won the pay-per-view again. So nothing has changed.
What can I say?
Nothing has really changed around here. But let's talk about what happened during this week in wrestling. And a lot of big news is we're going to start with Monday Night Raw. And it's been rumored for weeks, and the promos and vignettes have been going on for weeks. And Eva Marie made her quote-unquote debut, and they gave her the exact same gimmick that she had when her SmackDown Live days, when she got drafted to SmackDown and all that. And she has either an excuse or somebody fight her battles for her. And she has a muscle with her, and that's Piper Niven. I don't really know how to say her name, but a big, broad woman from NXT UK. Very, very nice lady. I actually met her.
Did you really?
WrestleMania Access, yeah.
Was she doing a meet and greet, or was she just on the floor and you ran into her?
No, she was the one, she was at the same table as Kevin Owens, so I was kind of forced to meet her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was her and Rhino, and Rhino was just a dick. I didn't like Rhino. I don't care if he listens to this dude.
Hey, it's okay. He lost a Congress seat or whatever he was trying to go for anyway. So
why
do wrestlers always go into politics afterwards?
It's weird.
It's easy money, especially if you're
rich,
famous.
True.
Yeah, well,
true.
I mean, unless you're Linda McMahon, blew $100 million to not even come close.
Jesus, but no, Piper Niven debuted. And what do we think about Eva Marie being back in practically the same gimmick as 2016?
That's the problem. It's practically the exact same thing, and I didn't care the first time around, and I won't care the second time around.
Yeah, there was a big deal made by some fans that were like, "Oh, well, she's been working. She's been in the performance center. She's been trying to get better." And it's like, yeah, we also heard that with Lana. And we seen how that kind of went.
She did get actually a little bit better, though.
Okay, well, yeah, in the same way that eventually over time you have to pick up something. But Eva Marie, I mean, it's pretty clear she's not really gonna wrestle. So I mean, I guess that's fine. I would have rather just brought her back as a manager then or something. But
yeah,
I don't know if you're really interested in her as a character, or just have her be not exactly like Scarlett, for Karrion Kross, but something like that. Have her on TV, do something with her, but don't make her a wrestler, but then have it so that she's not actually wrestling. I think the end goal with this is just they're going to win the tag team titles, but Piper's going to do all the work. And then there's probably a fallout. That's the only way I could see this heading. That's the only way this makes sense.
Yeah, I like the point that you brought up about not making her a wrestler. If she just honestly puts on a power suit, kind of similar to Lana, put on a power suit and just manage Piper.
Or Sonya. What the whole character Sonya's doing of being in charge of the women's division,
sort of.
I guess.
I guess.
But you could do something with her. You don't have to try to put her as a wrestler.
Yeah, but like we said, you brought up Lana. One gets kicked out, you're bringing the same one basically back in with Lana and Eva Marie. But we'll see where it goes from there. We're still very early in this. Hopefully it's a push for Piper because she is talented, and
it's gonna suck.
Mr. Positivity.
It just won't. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be bad.
If this is used to put Piper over,
I'm with
great.
it.
Fine.
But I don't know if that's what the plan actually is.
And the funniest part about that too is the commentators not knowing who Piper was too, which is
it's yeah. I mean that
Who
makes
watches
sense.
NXT
Like they
UK?
don't
exactly.
and like that's fine if you were like fans, but you work for the damn company. Like, shouldn't there at least been like somebody in the ear of somebody been like, oh, by the way, this UK person's about to come out?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that have been a pre-production meeting?
Or did they like want her to basically like be a new debut kind of thing of like, oh, she doesn't have any history within the company?
They might have.
Could have been like that.
Yeah, they might have, but it's like you said, it's very early in this whole Eva Marie thing. We'll see where it goes from here. Don't really care for now. Let's get into Tuesday night, and a lot better. A little bit of news came out of there, and it was rumored. We talked about it on the Takeover Breakdown podcast, and our predictions were true, so we look smart. Samoa Joe returned when it looked like William Regal was about to step down as the general manager. Cross was kind of bullying him into it, and Joe returned and didn't accept the general managing job from Regal, but kind of like his muscle, his special advisor, deals with all the nonsense. He put Cole to sleep backstage, and I'm happy to see Joe back. How about you guys?
He's like
I love Joe.
Did you guys
want Joe in any capacity?
Yes.
Well, I hope this eventually goes towards Cross and Joe at some point, one way or another, and give Joe one more run in NXT, because that was where he was the best with WWE, was NXT. Yeah. But right now, Joe is kind of like, did you guys in high school have like the principal who just handled like discipline?
No.
Sorry.
I guess your school had a bunch of reckless kids, I guess.
Well, we had 3 principals at PC, and basically one of them was just in charge of discipline. So when you misbehaved, you went to that one. So that's kind of what Joe is right now. When you misbehave, you get choked out.
Were you and Jess in the discipline office a lot?
No.
Going to the creamery? No?
I never went to the principal.
Oh, look at you, little good noodle.
Not you.
I really hope this leads to Joe versus Cross championship match.
Right? Like
I really hope Joe wins too, because as much as I like Cross, I really like the longer his reign goes in NXT, the kind of more it is that he doesn't really fit NXT, and that's not a knock on him. No. I think he will be great on the main roster, but I think his time in NXT kind of should have already ran its course. He won the title. He relinquished it. He won it back. He has made it clear that he is very dominant. That's what NXT is for.
Yeah.
Move him up.
I think he's very main roster ready too, with the whole character.
He was almost main roster to begin with.
I agree.
He should have almost gone to main.
But you can then give him the NXT run to kind of really legitimize him in fans' minds.
That's the thing. It gets people used to who the hell he is. Because I didn't know who he was really. I knew of him. I heard the name.
Knew the name, yeah.
But never seen him anything. It's to get him exposure.
I really hope like he doesn't stay around NXT longer. At the longest, I want him gone by like after SummerSlam. I think he's ran his course, and I would love if Joe takes the belt off of him at the takeover. I would assume there's going to be a takeover before SummerSlam.
There will be.
I hope that's the match. I really do.
I think that's your SummerSlam takeover main event. I'm pretty positive almost about
especially
that now.
If they put that because you have to assume they almost would have to travel with them going to Vegas to
where
some
the Golden
capacity.
Knights play. I don't even know.
Yeah.
T-Mobile, is it?
Yeah, it's the T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, they can have it there.
Joe Cross in front of an NXT like legitimate takeover crowd for the first time in almost 2 years. Then at that point would be awesome.
I mean, even add in another thing. Throw Finn Balor in the match, because Joe and Balor have that history. Cross and Balor have the history, or even save that could be Joe's first feud. I was thinking throw Finn in the first match, and then have Joe and then Demon Finn at the next takeover.
That'd be crazy.
I think that would be great, because that's a huge callback to Joe and Finn the first time around.
Yeah, and I'm just, of course, when somebody returns or haven't been around in a while, I like to do a little dream match scenarios too. And I'm looking at like the NXT roster, and I'm seeing, Balor reignite that feud again, like we just talked about. You have Gargano, Adam Cole, just imagine
O'Reilly,
Bronson Reed, and Samoa Joe going at it. Like, there's endless opportunities if he wants to get back in the ring or if he's cleared to get back in the ring. I'm not even 100% sure.
I feel like if he's clear to come back, it's going to be a one-match thing versus Cross. It would have to be at that point. You bring him back just enough to have something, but you don't want to push your luck too much.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm excited about that. It brings a new, aura to NXT, having him in this new role for now as the, special advisor or like the hurt business type, whatever you want to call him. Awesome. Great stuff. And now let's get into a little bit of news from Friday Night SmackDown. And it was revealed on Thursday, June 17th, that there will be a Hell in a Cell match on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.
1 day before.
Literally a day, 2 days, whatever.
Why? Did they explain why? Because I was flipping in between like basketball playoffs and this.
Yeah. Storyline wise, Ray called him out on Twitter wanting the match now. He couldn't wait till Sunday. Real life wise, I have no idea why they did this.
Twitter.
Maybe Roman didn't want to fight on Father's Day.
Could be.
Maybe Ray didn't want to fight on Father's Day.
Could be as well. It was
dumb.
Match was good. I'll give it that. The match was good. Brutal as always. It ended with Roman powerbombing Ray into the cage and then making him tap out with the guillotine.
It takes a lot out of a cell match when they cut to a commercial.
Yeah, it does.
It broke it up pretty bad. I mean, because they basically, the one I noticed was like they threw Ray into the cage corner and then cut to black and, like here's a progressive ad. It's just weird to break up a specialty match with a commercial.
Well, and also we're not getting Roman on pay-per-view now.
No.
And
the match is very and the card is very below mid too.
Do you think they almost did it to unload a cell match because they want to have more? But at that point, it's called Hell in a Cell. Make them all cell matches.
Make them all cell matches.
They did switch it to Bianca and Bailey, this cell match.
So maybe that's what
makes sense, but
I would have preferred having the cell matches Roman and Ray and Charlotte and Rhea. They have it mixed. They had it swapped, I think. Just like those make the most sense in a way. Because I feel like, Rhea and Charlotte are like two, of the bigger women. It just looks more, they can do more things, I feel like, than some of the smaller women. And then Roman and Ray, I guess, would be your other one. And it was great on SmackDown, but it would have been even better on pay-per-view. And at the end, Jimmy Uso finally acknowledged Roman. Jay was nowhere to be seen. It was just disappointing. I was disappointed that it just wasn't.
It was very just lackluster.
Yeah, like there has to be some reasoning. Maybe it'll eventually come out. I don't know about.
Maybe they wanted to compete with the playoffs. They were like, you know what'll help? Hell in a Cell.
So stupid.
It's dumb. It's dumb. But that does it for this little bit of, main points that happened in this week in wrestling. So let's get right into the pay-per-view. And like I said at the beginning, Jesse's still in the lead. He's chugging away at this thing. We're
not going to win it. Like
we're not halfway through the year now, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think Jesse has 9 pay-per-view wins altogether. I'm checking right now. Yep, 9. I have 5. Justin has 2. So hey. Oof. It's looking bad for us, Justin. But let's try our best to catch up.
We gotta try where Jesse gets a bye week 1 week and just see if we can still close the gap at any point, like at all significantly.
We're gonna just tie probably if that happens. But Justin, you had your best performance in a pay-per-view last week. Yeah, 1 wrong, which I think might be a record for you almost.
I'm surprised I did that one.
I also got 1 wrong. And I think my friend Justin, who was on the podcast as well, I think he also got 1 wrong. And then Jesse got a perfect card.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So he also got the +3 with the total.
Even
matches.
When we do good, we get crapped on. Thank you
go.
for that one.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Let's get right into the Hell in a Cell 2021 match card. And we start with Jesse for this match, which is the WWE champion Bobby Lashley defending his title against Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. Who do you have and why, Jesse?
I honestly don't even care who wins this match.
I don't care about this whole card. This whole card I don't care about.
And Hell in a Cell should be one of the better shows.
It should be a top 6 pay-per-view.
Yeah, it should be number 6 typically.
I'm so over 5. Lashley and Drew. I just I like Lashley. I like Drew. Stop. putting them in matches together.
If I remember correctly, I think I saw like somewhere that if Drew loses, he can't challenge for the title again.
Thank God. That's the only way not to get.
Probably while Lashley's champ, I'd assume.
While Lashley's champ, but which makes me scared a little bit.
Give me Lashley. I think Brock's coming back for SummerSlam, and I think Lashley and Brock will be the match.
Yeah, I think that's
this has been going on since Mania, right?
Yes,
so
yeah, before
April?
Mania.
Was that March or April?
March into April.
Okay,
this has been going on. It's been a 3-month feud, 3 to 4 month feud, and it's felt like all of the 3 to 4 months.
So at that point, screw it. Let's have Bobby retain and just go into SummerSlam and run it back probably again.
Stop it.
No, there's no way.
Leave. Go to sleep.
See, here's the thing.
My official pick's Bobby.
If Drew wins,
then Bobby can challenge for it.
Bobby has to get another rematch.
I'm going with
because
Bobby.
He's beat the guy like 3
it's
times
the end.
now.
I hope it's the end. It won't be.
Yeah,
but if Drew wins, we're seeing this at SummerSlam.
Well, here's the problem. If Brock doesn't come back, what's the main event on Raw right now? Because AJ's in a tag team. Orton and Riddle are in a tag team.
The last couple weeks, it's been Alexa Bliss. Like her talking segments have been the main event.
It's like closeout shows.
Who are you gonna push into the main event if you don't have? Oh, also Braun was released.
Yep.
So your main event right now is quite literally Bobby Lashley.
Hey, maybe Keith Lee comes back.
I hope.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I literally forgot about Keith Lee entirely.
Okay. I just hope he's okay. Like, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope they still don't have nothing in mind for him. I really hope.
I'm hoping it's just like a mental health break or something. He's just taking
maybe
his time.
with COVID, they may have reevaluated. Like, is it worth it? Type of thing. Kind of like what Roman did and just took time away.
Yeah, maybe.
Might be. I don't know, but I'm going Lashley too. I like Jesse said to start this off. I don't care. I don't care about this whole card for the most part.
That's disappointing.
It stinks. It stinks.
It really sucks that they moved Hell in a Cell up like 4 months.
Feels like it's October.
Yeah, because
it's 90 degrees outside.
Hey man,
Hell in a Cell is consistently one of the best.
I don't get swamp ass in October.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hell in a Cell is consistently one of the best B pay-per-views, and now they've put it in a position where it is going to fail. And it is not going to be that good.
Like
it's been shoved down our throats so much they have to put pause on it.
I'm sure the matches will be fine, but it's just underwhelming looking at the card. It really is. But let's move down the card, and I'll start with this one. Rhea Ripley defending her Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. Again, another feud that's been going on mainly since Mania when
last year.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. I forgot about the NXT Women's title and all that.
Yeah,
a feud. Let me rephrase differently.
This current version of the
feud. Screw it. I don't care. I'm going Charlotte.
That's what I was gonna do.
Me too, because
all right. You guys are both going Charlotte.
No. This is gonna bite us. I know this is gonna bite us somehow.
Jesse switching picks. It's like trading with the Rays. They know something of the player they're getting back, so you're gonna get screwed somehow.
Well, no, my rule has always been like never bet against Charlotte because you never know what one she's gonna get because she always gets one.
Well, Jesse, I'm not gonna make you change your pick. If you want Charlotte, I'll write down Charlotte.
No, I'll keep Rhea. Sure,
I'll keep she's been back for 2 months and haven't has a belt yet, so may as well get it out of the way now because you want her walking into SummerSlam with a belt.
See, but here's the thing. I thought that they really wanted to get Charlotte to that 17 that Rick is at.
What number?
But they've 13? She's at 13. They've really slowed it down though. So I don't know if that's still the plan.
It was winning 2.5 per year at sometimes.
She won like 2. She won 3 in 1 week.
She won like
her and Sasha bounced back and forth, and they each had each other's stats by like 4 reigns in a month.
Yeah.
So no, I think I never try to bet against Charlotte, but here's the other thing. They have to run this match still because who is at the top of the main event card for the Raw women?
They need Becky back.
They only have Charlotte and Rhea. So of course they're just going to keep running this because there's no other alternative. So if Rhea won at WrestleMania, she won at WrestleMania Backlash, why would you have her lose here? That being said, it is Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte can quite literally always win. And that I do think before the end of this Charlotte gimmick, she will have a championship run. I don't know if it's necessary. Damn, now I'm second guessing myself because I'm like, wait,
way into it.
Because now I'm
talk
like,
yourself in and out of it.
Because if Rhea wins, this feud has to be done, and I don't think they're prepared for that.
Does it?
Because then what do they do with Charlotte?
No, screw it. I'm keeping Rhea. Keeping Rhea. I don't care.
I know Justin brought up Becky. She was seen at the Performance Center, I think, today or yesterday.
Watching tape or something, watching matches, I think.
Cool. Good.
Well, I think they still have to run an Alexa Bliss thing before Becky comes back, I'd have to assume.
The only reason I would consider picking Rhea is that if they do Becky Rhea at SummerSlam.
That'd be awesome.
That would be good.
Which might be the way they go. And
then again, they might just do Charlotte Becky at SummerSlam. That's the money match too.
They might too, but
always has been.
Yeah,
always has been.
But I'm going Charlotte, I guess.
And always will be.
Once again, whatever. It's the same matches.
This card sucks. I'm looking at the rest of it. It is bad.
It would have been better if Roman and Ray was on the card.
Yeah. Yep. They should have bumped Bobby Drew to the Hell in a Cell.
I would have been.
What would have been wrong with 3 cell matches?
But then you can't have Bobby as the cover.
Well, because then they probably would have thought people would have bitched that there was 2 men matches to 1 women's cell match.
Probably at the start of
then you would have had to have had the other one to bounce out, and at that point you have 4, which is fine.
Just put them all in the cell.
You have
TNA lockdown.
Because you got 3 crap matches in between that you could sprinkle throughout to at least give you some breathing room.
If you're gonna make every pay-per-view a gimmick, just go all in then. Just put them all in Hell in a Cell.
Embrace
Who
it all.
Cares?
Just do it all at once. All like
all the matches are going on at one time.
Just throw them all in there. Get the pay-per-view done within like an hour. All right,
that'd be awesome to see like all matches going on at the same time.
It'd be interesting. Let's continue down the card, and Justin, you pick first in this one, and it's the SmackDown Women's Champion Bianca Belair defending her title against Bayley, and which was announced on SmackDown this week. Well, tonight, last night, whenever the hell you're listening or watching to this. This is now inside Hell in a Cell. And by Justin's yawn, he doesn't care. But
I'm just tired. I'm tired. I did a lot of work.
I think this is going to be the best match on the card.
It will be.
Yep.
But I still think Bianca wins just because, Bayley's cool, but we had her with the belt for a
long time.
A really, really long time. So I'm not ready to go back to that quite yet, and nor do I want to right away. Even though this is kind of a different version of that Bayley, but I think they want at least Bianca walking into SummerSlam with the belt to hold it from one big 4 to another.
Yep. Give me Bianca. They're guaranteed at least one time Bayley's going to like tie her hair up in the cell and then like do a bunch of like kendo stick shots or something.
Ow.
They're going to do something of that kind. But yeah, no, Bianca's going to win. I think this will be the best match of the night.
Probably. And I agree with both you guys. Not much different. I don't have much different to say, really. And it'll be good, like you said, Jesse. I think Bianca wins too, because I think it's just another step towards the building Bianca as, that top woman. So that's cool. That's great. So I'm also going to go with Bianca. And we're back around to Jesse with 3 more matches left. So we all get to start off with 1 more match. And this is Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler on a pay-per-view card. Jesse, who you got?
Give me Bliss, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
She's technically supernatural, so
yeah, she's got
with a stupid doll.
Powers,
so this match sucks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I could totally see Shayna winning, but like Alexa getting the last laugh, because does Alexa really care about wins?
Exactly.
Who knows? But they haven't done anything with Shayna. Which is sad, really. The last thing they really did with Shayna was the Elimination Chamber, where she ran through the whole chamber and then lost at Mania, just for Becky to be pregnant anyway. God, really could have made a star there, WWE. Really could have.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, give me Bliss. She's got powers, so I could totally see this going the other way, though. Baszler picks up a win, and then, she gets a #1 contendership or something. Bliss gets the last laugh, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What are they doing with Bliss though at this rate? Like they broke off from the Fiend. Shouldn't like the spell wear off?
No, she's got her own powers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, they really fumbled this whole Fiend
so
Bliss.
bad.
Completely.
So bad.
Everybody loved the Fiend, and it was so interesting. And it was like, wow, they're actually letting Bray like do his thing. This is so cool. They're letting people do their own things, and then they just WWE'd it.
The Fiend died with the swamp fight.
I think he died when they took him off TV for 3 months.
Died when he lit his ass on fire. But for this one, give me Alexa Bliss just because, yeah, I don't care.
Me too.
Cool.
Me too.
Cool, man.
All right, let's move on. My turn. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Why?
Wow.
Again?
Who would have seen this?
Didn't we just have this?
Coming?
Why?
Give me Sami Zayn.
It was my pick first.
Oh well.
Well, you always have to pick KO. Isn't that like the rule?
I mean, these are the matches where we kind of have to differentiate just because I think we've had similar cards-esque, but...
Well, I'm looking at just the next two matches.
Didn't Owens win last time? Didn't Owens win last time?
Yeah.
At Mania?
Yeah, but Sammy's whole gimmick is to lose.
Is to lose.
But he's got to win eventually.
Does
he? You think that?
I mean, why else would you be watching him if he's going to keep losing every time just for them
Because
to
he's
eventually...
entertaining while he loses.
See, that's why I watch the Orioles.
Hey, you guys had a big win.
Exactly. See, you'll lose, and eventually you lose an 18 on the road, and then eventually you'll win 1 at home. That's kind of what Sami Zayn's doing right now.
18 on the road.
Hey, the Diamondbacks have lost 19 on the road. So,
wow.
Or no, 22.
You both stink.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, I know.
Oh, my headphones came out, so I can't hear anything right now.
We're not talking.
Yeah.
Still not talking.
So I'm trying to find.
Get in the right port. How do you take the headphones off? But
I found the hole. Okay, we're good. I don't care. I love Kevin Owens. I don't care. I'll go Owens. Why not?
Yeah, I guess give me Owens.
Yeah.
Give Justin a chance to win the pay-per-view.
Yeah, give Justin a chance.
Wait, no, but I could with this one.
Yeah, you could with this one as long as Charlotte wins.
Really
otherwise, me and you could tie.
Can I tank you with this last match?
Well, Justin, it's your turn, so you have to pick Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Who's winning and why? It's literally such a toss-up.
Still hurt.
Cesaro won at Mania.
Yes,
and then he just lost to Reigns at Mania Backlash.
So
he got beat up.
Like these last two matches, I was like so 50-50.
Why am I seeing this match 3 months after the fact? After I saw it, but
there was a whole Backlash pay-per-view.
Yeah. Give me Rollins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Rollins too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I think
he's got to get the win back.
One.
Yeah, exactly.
And Cesaro's shoulder and arm is all messed up and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a smart pick. But at the end of the day, this card doesn't really matter too much.
This show could be the worst of the year.
I think
the matches will probably be fine, and it'll probably even be good. But like the storylines themselves
are brutal.
Could not care less about. Really couldn't.
It really killed it. Pulling Roman and Ray.
Like why do we
match.
still have like we have 7 matches and like 4 of them are still like Mania stuff.
We have 6.
Mania shouldn't start feuds.
It ends.
It should end feuds.
Yeah.
We even had WrestleMania Backlash.
You can tell Jess is getting worked up because he's starting to shake.
Oh my god, it's just so dumb. It's like why? Why is every feud now like 3 months long?
What's killing me with this card?
You know what it's like? You know what in universe mode in the old 2K games when those existed and they actually made them? You know how you could choose how long you want to feud for? It seems like every single one they just went long.
This is not the long-term booking we wanted. But what's killing me with this card more than anything is just the 3 grudge matches when no tag team championships are on the card, no intercontinental championships, no United States championships are on the card. But you need 3 grudge matches on there.
3 grudge matches that were already at Mania.
Well, that
how could this be a horrible? Like, what's worst case scenario for this show?
Worst case scenario is Drew wins the title. Makes it pretty bad already. just Drew winning.
Drew wins, Charlotte wins, because then both
Bailey
of those would
wins.
no longer.
Bailey
Baszler,
wins.
Zayn, and Rollins.
No, I'd go Rollins. Be worse
If
case.
Rollins wins, which I think he's going to, there is a definite chance that is the next one Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Cesaro and Rollins will both be in Money in the Bank match, probably, and still continue that feud to a degree.
Can't wait for
And
a
they'll
former
blow it
world
off at
champion to win that.
SummerSlam.
Oh, my little SummerSlam. Oh, man. We crapped on it, but deservingly so. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Sports Department Podcast. We appreciate it. Joe and Steve, who aren't here right now, appreciate it as well. Make sure you guys follow us on our social medias on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Sports Dept Pod. That's Sports DEPT Pod. Subscribe on YouTube, listen on Apple Podcast or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast from. An MLB episode is coming out really, really soon. We have it all done and recorded. It's up?
Well, it will be.
Oh, that's what I thought I was going.
No, I'm saying it will be when this goes up. So it's up already. I have it scheduled.
Okay. MLB episode is up right now. Listen to that. There will be an NBA episode breaking down all of the second round of the NBA playoffs soon, and maybe hockey and football too. But stay tuned to all that fun stuff, and we'll see you in the next episode.